Hello? Hello, there we go. Oh, God. My mic is muted for some reason. Fine. Fine. We're here. Welcome. We are here. Ash. Right. We're here watching the Mercedes launch. It is about to start. I'll head us over there now. Let's head over to it. Did you? Oh. Yeah. We are ready. Boy launch. How is everyone today? Hola, Henry. Hola, hola. Why is it so dramatic? I mean, we've already seen the livery. It's already posted on Twitter. But I assume they're actually going to show off the actual car in person. What I assume is going to happen. Is everything working okay? I haven't checked my stream. Everything's working fine. Oh, it's Steve. You guys hear this? You hear that?
2021 season. Here he comes, looking very well. How do we find you after the winter break? Refreshed?
Yeah, the break wasn't really long between the last race and the first is only 12.
How long did you actually have off? Did you?
There we go, you can hear it. It should be all okay now.
Around Christmas and the New Year, and
yeah, I just want to chill.
And that was really nice. I spent it with my wife Susie and my children, and really enjoyed it.
Excellent. Well, as I said, you're looking well, but we're about to head into a new season. You'll be taking 7 titles on the bounce with you.
Thank God.
That sounds like a team that has the experience to
What a busy day today. 3 live streams coming up for you guys today. 3.
Yet. So
you hate looking forward.
And we've got 2 videos and 3 live streams.
Crystal ball doesn't work. You know, I keep looking at it.
I've got new headphones,
and
the outputs were to different outputs.
You can't
so I had to change
rest
the
on your
outputs.
laurels. The last few years were tremendous, and we are very proud about that.
I thought it all would have changed.
It all starts with 0 points for everybody.
That streamed over on Twitch
opportunity.
The other
in
day.
that sense, we need to do the best in every session, every single day, and not look too far ahead and dream about titles.
I mean, how do you manage expectations, though, after all the success you've had?
Like
my expectations for Mercedes,
you know, we're not too good this year. You know, we're not that good.
Yeah, I kind of get that.
They can absolutely dominate
within the team. All of us together with the drivers, we never have these expectations because there is always some kind of skepticism whether we've done a good enough job over the winter. And I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but as a matter of fact, we always think that way. And we know that if we don't push ourselves every single day, we might fall
also,
back.
lads, I got an Elgato now. Hopefully, about to have some like gaming streams.
Well, the car you've put together, it's a thing.
Waiting for an adapter, which is coming today.
Shortly.
So there might be some gaming
Silver
streams.
Is making a
bit of COD or
partial
something
return with the AMG
coming
logo
soon.
on the engine cover. It looks delightful. It's a beautiful looking car. You happy with it?
Also, if anyone's just tuning in,
I'm happy with it.
I streamed over on Twitch the other day, which is why there was no stream here on YouTube.
Livery, and we are very proud about the message of the livery and also how it looked.
What's delayed?
And this year, it's very similar.
What's delayed? Audio?
But there is the silver keeps sneaking back in, and at the end of the day, proud of carrying that.
Valtteri and Lewis are your drivers once again this season. You're one of only 3 teams to retain both the same drivers. What are the advantages of that?
Stability is key in everything.
As in, like, Toto, the stream,
we work as a
or my
group
stream.
Collectively. We
they
have
like Mercedes
two drivers
or me.
that respect each other whilst racing
if
each
so
other
this,
hard out there.
Then I don't know how.
The development and the inputs that we get from both of them are very valuable.
At the end, I'll
for the
refresh it maybe.
We love interacting with Lewis and Valtteri. And you can look back in the past and it's been successful.
I dare say it'll be successful again in 2021. But saying that, at the end of the season, you will have no drivers. Valtteri and Lewis are out of contract.
No Mercedes driver.
Who's going to take over? Is that a problem for another day? Are you looking ahead?
Will it be?
I thought, asking the difficult question, but this is smooth sailing and presenting the car.
I'm evil, aren't I?
Yeah. So we need to, it's very simple, the explanation. I think with Lewis, there was a particular media attention on our contract negotiations. And it's actually quite funny because him and me, we were so aligned. Whilst we were in the season, we just didn't have scope to talk to each other and spend enough time with each other to have that conversation. And then we thought about doing it between the 2 Bahrain races, and then he fell ill.
Yeah.
And then we both went into our holidays, and we talked through the holidays. And then I had COVID, so that is what it all delayed. And at a certain stage, because our conversations are really in a way partners discuss it, but it's down to the detail. And then we felt now we got to close this conversation. The season is right in front of us, and we've been talking a lot about the future. About
also, if you want to watch the stream as well,
driving the car in the future,
Mercedes stream itself. There's a link to the description.
Forward,
the direct stream
during the year and find more time.
See if you want to have it on another tab.
Valtteri, he's in the unfortunate situation
that
for the last few years it was
it's
1 year contract.
If you want it.
He functions really well with the pressure. He's the cool Finn that is able to hold that back. But 2022 is a completely new year. With new regulations, and that's why we would just want to see how it pans out during the course of the year. But I must say, I'm really happy, and the teams of engineers are really happy, and he deserves to be in a Mercedes.
You mentioned you had coronavirus. Everything okay? You get through it all right?
Yes, we were lucky enough to have no or mild symptoms.
Good.
And there's still some after symptoms. You can't really train like you've done before, but it's all gonna pass, and lucky in the sense that many others suffered a great deal.
Good. I'm glad you're okay. Back to business. 23 races this season. How big a challenge will that be for the entire team to maintain performance across such a dauntingly long year?
Very long one.
Especially the race team. So we here in the factory in Brixworth and in Brackley, it's stressful all year. But it gets a little bit more of a quiet period during the spring. And having said that, they are also flat out.
We've got a busy week this week for Formula 1 because we've got, this whole month is very busy.
But the traveling itself
we've got
with the jet lag.
Drive to Survive, we've got the actual testing, we've got
trivial.
actual Formula 1 season starting, we've got loads of livery launches this week.
So they're having all these.
I think they're all getting revealed this week.
And then they need to drive a car.
I think they are. This week and next week, I'm pretty sure.
And the mechanics that have to be there 5 or 6 days prior to the race, build up the garage, and then stay longer in order to take the garage down whilst having the tough job to, the fiddling with small things that could cause a DNF for all of us. And they've performed under pressure, race after race. And the engineers that have a normal Monday to Friday job between the races. So our race debrief is usually on the Monday after every race. So everybody's quite under pressure.
It's not for the faint-hearted being involved in Formula 1, is it?
No, but we are privileged. We have the best job in the world. We are involved in developing, producing, racing, engineering Formula 1 cars. Every time you're feeling a bit down or on difficult day, you just have to remind yourself.
Fantastic, Toto. Great talking to you. We will hear more from you a little bit later on. But now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
Here we go.
Say hello.
If you haven't seen it already, it's already been revealed. But if you haven't seen it, here's the car.
Überleben, nichts mehr riskieren, ankommen.
Hey. AMG 1 I'm gonna play. Valtteri Bottas.
And there it is, a thing of beauty. I'm sure you
like
agree.
it, but I don't like
Joining
it.
us now, the two men who will drive the W12.
Not a fan of the
Valtteri
AMGs.
Bottas and Lewis Hamilton. Gentlemen, fabulous to see you.
Not a fan of that.
Really, really good to see you. Valtteri, how are you? How was your winter break?
Very good, thank you. Break was good, fully recharged, been healthy, been able to have a solid training program, and been working on myself, trying to be the best I can this year.
And, it's pretty much similar to last year.
Now seeing the car,
a bit more green on the front.
Now, the first thing in my mind is
still black. Got a few more AMG stickers.
Get back to racing.
And the back is where it all changes. Look at the back now.
Condition. Keeping an eye on social media.
AMG, everywhere.
Like you've done
always, sometimes on
stars are now removed. We've got a Niki Lauda star.
Things, but
right
no, not at the peak yet.
The
thing is, we're not racing yet. And in terms of physical point of view, F1 is quite different to many other sports. We have 23 races, and you kind of try to micro peak to each of those.
What lessons did you learn in 2020 that you are bringing to 2021?
A lot of lessons. Again, it's so much things in this sport that you learn about yourself, and
they got new branding as well. They got
the opportunities to be a better driver each year if you take those on board. And I think the main thing of the winter and over the break with the processing and learning
if that's
of things
the actual car, or if that's just last year's car or not.
So trying to really look into the details that
W12
how I can
on
be
the
better.
side. So I
and
assume
that's
it is
ultimately
that's the actual car.
On the grid in Bahrain, to know that
I've
done
quite
everything
nice
I
in the
can
car now.
To be at my
I don't know what I think about the AMG on the back. The numbers look cool.
Same thing. Overall target.
Better probably if they're coloured in though. You can't really see them. Like that's going zooming past the screen.
I gave it all I had.
Probably won't see it.
Yeah, hopefully that will bring the results.
This will be your fifth season with Mercedes, and I swear, from the moment you've stepped into the cockpit in 2017, the Wolves have been circling that seat. Are you ready to fend them off for another year?
Of course I am.
Right,
it's now my fifth
green on here.
year with the team, and actually, quite a few in Formula 1 already.
Nice.
So I have full focus on
got Mercedes on
my own targets.
It's not a bad
targets
one.
for us as a team.
Not Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is by
so
far the best livery so far still.
Fantastic. Best of luck, Valtteri.
I think this probably
Moving
second.
on to Mr. Lewis Hamilton. Sir Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion. How are you feeling?
Good. Just happy to be back and back in the factory and
Lewis Hamilton
just ready to go.
No, he's been knighted yet.
It always feels like a long break, even though they get shorter and shorter each year. But yeah, just excited for people to see the car. Excited to see what it feels like when we finally get out in it.
Just, you know, the accolades, as I said, you know, a 7-time world champion, and you know, Sir Lewis Hamilton, and I keep thinking back to that little kid on Blue Peter with the remote control car, and my goodness, what a future that kid had and has. You know what I mean? Do you look back at the whole scope of what you've achieved?
Of course, definitely, and I think I was just talking to Toto. It's really about opportunity, and I was very, very fortunate when I was younger to have those experiences on BBC and really just my dad worked so hard, my family worked so hard to create an opportunity and a path for me to be able to excel. And so it's crazy to think that it's been so long. You know, I've been racing a long time. This is I think my 15th year in Formula One. So it's hard to believe it's gone that fast, but so many amazing experiences, so many great relationships, so many things learned.
I think it might be second, actually.
So I'm excited to kind of put everything that has been built each year and put it into the focus.
This is your 9th season with Mercedes, which means you've been kicking ass with them for almost a decade now. How do you feel about that?
There as well.
Extremely proud. I think, you know, AMG was supporting me as well as Mercedes back when I was 13, and you know, it's amazing to have come along this whole journey with them. And you know, each year when we have the success, that car goes on the road of evolution.
All the little winglets, so impressive.
I'll always, you know, even beyond my time, that I'll always be a part of their road of history. So very proud of it and grateful for
that car, man.
You know, the belief in me all this time.
Let's get out of the way, because you're going to be asked it a million times over the course of the season. Why did you only sign with Mercedes for a year?
Well, I mean, firstly, I'm kind of in a fortunate position where I've achieved most of the stuff that I've wanted to achieve up until this point, and so there's no real need necessarily to plan too far ahead in the future. I think we're living in quite an unusual period of time in life, and
8th title.
I just wanted 1 year as a
is definitely a.
Then we can talk about if we do more and keep adding it one if we have to.
So is that quite low on the priority list? I'm assuming your main focus for 2021 is to win an 8th title.
I want him to get that 8th so bad.
The main priority for 2021, in the past it was about just winning championships, but now it's really pushing for make real. You know, last year there was a lot of discussion about equality and inclusion, and I think there was a lot of talk. This year it's all about pushing for diversity and really making sure that action is taken. So that's kind of at the core of the drive for me. But of course, we exist to win. So that's what all these guys here, guys and girls here, are working towards. And so that's my goal, is to deliver that for them.
Let's bring Valtteri back into the mix. What's it like?
I wonder if Hamilton will stay. Will he just try and get 8th and then leave?
Chap, but he's also, as a
bring George in, or will he stay?
Nightmare.
Go for like 10.
It's motivating. It's challenging for sure. And yeah, of course, you know, we're teammates. We're working as a team. But at the same time, no doubt, you know, when we put
Nicky Starr in the middle,
the racing helmet on, then it's time to race against each other. And we hate losing. We love winning. And naturally, when you're in the car, every time you try to beat everyone, including your teammates, because you're in the same car, and it's a good benchmark. But I think
you've had the stars on the back or just something like that.
One, obviously, that's
first of the day, 2 more to go. Yep, and I got 2 videos coming as well today, which I gotta film.
Of course, I'm
the
more
Mercedes video,
always
talk about it, edit that, post it. Like live again at 2:55 p.m.
So I'll really
to watch the Alpine reveal.
My performance.
Then I've got to film and edit a video. Then I've got a university lecture, and then I got to try and edit that Alpine video all day.
Yeah, you know,
and
so
then
far it's been really
I've
good.
got to do the Wolves
with
live stream Man City.
Really push to get the team forward. And
why are you so addicted to these videos?
We know that, you know, if we want to keep winning titles, we need to team up and work together as well.
As in, why am I addicted just to keep working? Then
Valtteri is probably up there at the top of the stack.
There's a lot going on, a lot to talk about.
You've ever had?
And obviously, I'm taking these opportunities to talk about these topics and try and hopefully
pretty special over these years. And I think it's down to, we've always talked about the respect, but every year Valtteri's
I'm doing what I enjoy, so
pulling out lap times, and
that's what matters to me.
Performances that are very, very hard to beat.
And you know, it's going to be busy, and
it keeps me on my toes.
Uni lecture as well.
It's only natural you're going to keep.
I have to edit a video whilst I'm in a uni lecture. Luckily, it's online, so I just sit and listen whilst I edit.
There's a lot to get excited about this season, and as a fan, I'm very excited to see what Vettel.
Busy day today, and the thing is, the Wolves won't finish till like 10 o'clock either, so it's going to be a late night.
Carlos can do with Ferrari.
Of just straight up working. I'm literally going to be working.
Excited by that, or could you
I woke up at 9 today to get everything ready for
me personally. I get excited by that. You know, I grew up watching
busy day,
so I'm
and then I got another live stream tomorrow because Aston Martin are revealing their car.
Seeing that things maneuver, things change. Obviously,
I want to try and get like a chill stream, playing like COD or something with a few mates. I've got my Elgato now. Just got to wait for my adapter to come today, and then hopefully I can get like a chill stream where we just play in COD for like an hour or something. Test it out.
Just know, but we've had there's this downforce adjustment that's been made.
I mean, these car launch. I believe you're the only one still I've seen doing these.
As fast.
Different,
at least at the get-go.
I mean,
I just think it's fun because I mean, I get to watch the livery and then talk to you guys as well and get your opinions, and it's all just
bring the cars closer.
It's just chilling, watching.
That aren't as fast as the previous years, so
I watching the livery launches live.
Excited about this new season, Lewis.
We can just chill here.
It just adds
discuss what's going on
into the mix. You know, the tires. You know, we don't know how these
just perform.
What they're going to be the limitations.
Just quite like,
and then looking at
because this is the easy part, realistically. I'm just sitting here watching.
I think you'll see
hard part is the filming and all the editing afterwards. That's what takes time.
I think a really great.
Luckily, all I have to do is just press a few buttons on my keyboard to keep everything running.
Sebastian taking over all his great experience,
interact,
and
realistically. It's quite like a little breather for me.
They've had nearly one in Turkey last year.
We can just vibe and chill.
I'm
straight up vibes only. That's all we bring around here. It's just vibes.
By what's going to happen elsewhere on the other teams. What about yourself, Valtteri? Are you in the I couldn't care less camp?
Ready for that Ollie Law collab?
Couldn't care less.
To whom is it concerned, I don't care.
Such a nice guy.
No, I mean,
wait, did you find him?
Nice to see what different
because
teams
I
are doing,
clicked
what
on him.
Cars they're bringing.
If so, that's like mad.
Yeah, of course you can't avoid seeing how the other
just speak to him. I forgot about
pairs, combinations, how they
maybe next time we play leads,
go against and etc. But
I
try to
something out.
My energy really for the performance.
I want to try and get more collabs with people.
My things and people around me.
Big picture stuff.
Meet new people, but also
Mercedes' biggest threat
try and just.
You got to say that Red Bull were.
Right now, I only know quite a few Wolves people. Yeah, because of you. That's mad. Because I clicked on him for like 3 seconds
at the beginning of the year.
Cool for him.
Be Red Bull if I had to guess now, but obviously, like Toto doesn't have the crystal ball that works. I don't also have it, so. But it could be a surprise. As you just never know. There's lots of new drivers and. McLaren with the Mercedes.
It's just weird that AMG on the back. If they had stars.
Tricky last year.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
We'll see.
Back to the car, Lewis. Does it ever get old?
Also, like I said before,
the car you're going to be racing.
I'm starting to stream on Twitch a bit.
Essentially,
I did one stream the other
day right now.
The link for my Twitch is in the description, but I'm going to start kind of like varying them, slowly moving over to Twitch just to try and.
As I said, it is the same.
Because I want to keep my Twitch like streaming and YouTube separate. So
got new components around it.
If you want to just, follow just for the streams,
all year long.
I suggest following my Twitch because then that's where
with us
I'm going to start streaming.
To us on this crazy journey.
But in all fairness,
no idea what's up ahead of us. And
today is done.
So it's the most exciting.
The layout on stream was really different, like the Twitch one, which I'm a big fan of.
We're so lucky.
So maybe I might be staying on here.
You obviously feel the same, Valtteri. Can't wait to get this beast out of the showroom, get on the track.
Yeah, honestly, can't wait. Obviously, it's not soon. Not long to go anymore. We'll start testing on 12th.
If I'm with YouTube, you don't see followers and all that live. So if someone follows, I can't see it.
And a huge amount of hours by about 1,000 people to get this beast ready. So looking forward.
Gentlemen, absolute pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Bro, I'd love to do Steve Jones' job.
Thank you, guys. So
this is the job I want to do. F1 pundit, talking, interviewing all the drivers.
How much of a role will this new machine and the rule changes play this year? I know a man who can tell us, the ever eloquent Mr. James Allison. James, great to see you.
Where do they come from?
Loving your work. Introduce us to this beast. What do we need to know?
Well, you'll know if you look, it doesn't take much more than a glance to see that it is an old friend in many ways.
Yep.
Same monocoque as last year, same gearbox as last year, lots of the same structure underneath as last year.
Evolution rather than revolution.
But look a little closer and you'll also see there's some fairly significant differences. Just a glance at the side pod there and you'll see a rather sexy looking bulge in the engine cover, which is hiding some of the work that our friends at HPP have done to squeeze more horses into that power unit for us for the year.
Oof.
And across the whole car, it is actually dressed in new clothes, new aerodynamic finery that we hope will make it a successful car. The bit we're not showing you...
What's going on here? You're covering something there.
The bit we're not showing you is down along the edge of the floor. That area is the area that was most affected by the new regulations, where they tried to pull performance away from the car by changing the floor regs. And down there's a bunch of aerodynamic detail that we are not quite ready to release to the world. Not because it's not there, but because we don't want our competitors to see it. We don't want them starting to try and put similar things in their wind tunnels. Just buys us a couple of weeks extra.
So essentially there's something so juicy under there, you're almost certain your competitors will steal that.
I think we all look very closely at what our competitors do, so we know our competitors will be
Heads down another pink Mercedes, that's what they want.
We don't have to show it yet, so we're not.
So what has been the main area of development, would you say? Because I know you said it's very similar to last season, but what is the absolute newest item on this car?
Well, I mean, if you leave the power unit out of it for the moment, because that's HPP's responsibility, but
brand new
here
power unit
in Brackley,
Rapid.
The main area
hopefully that helps McLaren as well.
Aerodynamic development, because most of the sort of substructure of the car was carried over from the year before. So aerodynamic development to put as much downforce on the car as possible, but elsewhere on the car, developments to try to make it so that the bits underneath can live longer, so that we don't have to replace them so often, so that in a budget cap we can operate more efficiently.
Okay. And how has it been?
Glad they kept the black though, rather than the silver.
Global pandemic.
Black looks so much nicer.
No, not nightmarish. We are lucky in many ways here. Lucky, I guess, globally as a sport, because we did take, as a sport, some good decisions about how to handle the pandemic. And that's the reason why big chunks of this car are carried over for all the teams on the grid. That was a sensible choice in a year where we knew that the supply chain would be disrupted by COVID. But then we're lucky in a second way, which is
see what they've done with the floor now.
Here. We have good IT infrastructure that's allowed us to sort of spread out
they added like their own
and in the factory, and allowed us to
What can they do so revolutionary that they can't show?
Way of working, but we have been able
I swear they can only add winglets
unless
they've added some sort of like diffuser to the back of it or something.
What would you say to anybody
what they could have done that's so revolutionary?
Says that 2021 will just be a carryover from 2020 for Mercedes? They'll win. What do you say to those people?
Well, it's a touching degree of faith, but it's certainly not one that we feel here. We feel, utterly excited about everything that's in front of us, but equally anxious, because so much has changed in these regulations at a detailed level that do really punish the car from a performance point of view.
They're going to win again.
Have we done enough to recover back that performance?
They're going to win again.
Than our competitors.
Stop chatting.
None of us know, and yet we know
I'm
we really care
boy,
about it.
thinking that Mercedes is not going to be absolutely just...
Exciting times ahead, James. Always a pleasure talking to you, always educational. Thank you for your time. Let's bring in Toto Wolff for the final straight. Toto, it's the beginning of a new era for F1 with the budget cap. How important is that for the sport?
Next year is going to be mad as well.
The budget cap is extremely important in my opinion, because the costs were escalating over the last 10, 15 years, and it became not sustainable anymore. And in that way, we are now operating in the same financial framework, and it becomes exciting because there will not be many differences in terms of spending between the teams, and we love the challenge. We have taken it on. It is at times very painful because all your processes need to be adapted in the end to achieve more efficiency.
There we go.
And we found out during the process that actually efficiency means performance. And the group that has worked around the project did a fantastic job. I believe
with these streams as well, they're like helping me out from like
extract the most.
If there's a new setting that I find that in this stream, it'll be all set up ready for the next stream.
Earlier about maybe checking out the rival teams. I wonder what your mindset is. Is there a team out there right now that's giving you sleepless nights that you think maybe they've got the measure of us this year?
Red Bull.
We respect every competitor, and I think there is a handful of teams that can do a good job this year, and
could be Red Bull the main
for sure
targets,
next year.
Maybe McLaren.
But at the end of the day, pre-season, the gossip that you hear around car performance or power unit performance is just noise. So if you want to get entertained by gossip, then you can listen to it.
Who are watching at home right now?
You need to tell me the camera.
The crane, the jib.
The crane. Yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the live feed in whatever time zone.
Okay, so it's them, not just me. I was going to say.
I personally did. It's fantastic to come back and finally get going.
Who's that?
The camaraderie and the excitement and energy that this place has is something that I have great pleasure in seeing. Having Lewis and Valtteri back in here and showing you the car is certainly a great way to start. Now, I hope she's fast. We will see in Bahrain at the first race, and we will do everything to make her faster during the season. So thank you for all of your support. We will hope you cheer for us, and we'll try to pay you back with some good entertainment. Thank you.
Nicely done, Toto. Thank you very, very much, James. Thank you again. Very best of luck this season, guys. Congrats.
Thank you.
Okay, that's it from Mercedes. The next time you will see them, this beast will be on track. Until then, bye-bye.
Jeez. Then we get some slow cinematics where they mute everyone and go, oh, yes. Right. Wait a minute. Let's do that now. It's a nice looking car. Got to give it to him. I'll let you guys see the cinematics. There you go. There you go. There it is. Mercedes W12. There it is. Let's have some thoughts on that then. Oh, focus. There we go. I will be making a video later. Well, literally straight after the stream ends. I'll be making a video, editing it, and then it'll be posted soon as. Yeah, it's a nice looking car. I'm a fan of it, you know. I'm not too annoyed by it. I'm happy with that. But that probably will be it for the stream. I will be live again at 2:55. You can go on my channel and just set reminders and everything if you want to be there and hang out with me. So all you have to do is go on the stream, just click the bell, set reminder, and you'll get a little notification when I go live. But yeah, that'll probably be it for the stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you guys at 2:55 PM England time. But yeah, thanks again. See you all guys in a bit. Have a good rest of the morning if you're in the UK. Yeah, see you guys in a bit.
Sunshine brings the light.